Why, hello there, Sagittarius. Greetings from the Autistic Mystic. Welcome to your reading for mid-October 2021. In this reading, we are going to look at your overall general energy for mid-October. We are going to look at some things you may not see coming. And we're also going to look at some messages from your angels and spirit guides and see what they have to say to you. Okay, so thank you so much for being here, Sagittarius. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate with you at all, that just means it's someone else's reading, another Sagittarius' reading who watches this, okay? And in that case, come back next week because I do post new readings every single week for all the different signs. So with that being said, check your other signs for a full forecast of the energy for mid-October. So thank you for being here, and let's just jump into it for you. We're going to do 3 major shuffles right now. As always, I want to thank the angels, interdimensional beings, spirit guides for being with us right now and helping this act of divination to flow smoothly and accurately for the Sagittarius people watching. Thank you. Mid-October, Sagittarius. What's going on? All right. So, let's look at your overall general energy for mid-October, Sagittarius. We have the abundance card, we have the tuning in card, and we have the exhaustion card here. Okay, so for a lot of you guys, I feel like you're looking to expand your life and become more abundant. This is like the King of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. So for a lot of you guys, the overall energy here, tuning in the abundance, I really feel like you're tuning into yourself and you're asking yourself, what does an abundant life mean to me? Right? Maybe for a long time, I feel like whatever situation you're in right now, something's exhausting you, right? Something's making you feel not very abundant with this 9 of Wands here, right? The exhaustion card. Okay, so I see you guys trying to almost like really dive deep into yourself and tune out the external world to figure out what does it mean to be abundant for me. Generally, whenever this card comes up, it means that you need to integrate whatever you're lacking, okay? So you see the dual polarity here with the sun and the moon. So if you're someone who's a little bit more masculine, this card would invite you to be a little bit more feminine for mid-October, okay? But it also kind of just previews what we see coming here. Tuning in and exhaustion. So I feel like there's a situation that you kind of have to like take less seriously. Maybe you really are totally identified with your current life situation. And for a lot of you, I feel like you guys just feel like it's never changing or like something can't change, something's stuck. But deep down, you know, when you tune out all the BS, you know that you are abundant and that's the path that you're on. So it's just kind of like a reassessment about like where's my life really going. We're going to clarify these cards in a second. What you don't see coming for mid-October, you have the receptivity card, you have the change card, and you also have the guilt card. So I definitely like this a lot. There's something new that wants to come in, major change here, okay? There's going to be some sort of death, okay? I feel like whatever is exhausting you, you're going to have to really dive deep and figure out how am I going to let this thing go and change my life, okay? And also the receptivity card. So I feel like maybe there's someone that wants to come into your reality, but it's almost like you've been spinning your wheels for so long that you're really out of alignment with any possibility because there's something about guilt here, okay? I read vertically as well as horizontally, and right in the same row, you have the exhaustion card and the guilt card, okay? Overall energy and then what you don't see coming. So I feel like if you do decide to leave something that's exhausting you, Sagittarius, you're going to start to feel guilty about it. But deep down, I think that you know you need to receive something better than what you're getting. So if some of you, there's going to be a relationship, others of you, a career, and just maybe a mind state, okay? So we're going to clarify all that as well. I like it. You know, it's a very empowering message so far. And then message from your spirit guide or guides. We have the morality card, we have the source card, and we also have the trust card. So there's something here about you thinking you're a bad person, okay? This could have to do with something that someone did to you where you're kind of holding on to a grudge, I'm actually getting, and that's what's exhausting you. Your spirit guides want you to let you know from a higher dimensional perspective, from a spiritual perspective, there really is no such thing as good or bad. There's only neutrality. And the meaning you give to situations determines whether or not it's going to exhaust you or just float right by. There's a certain situation that can just float right by, your spirit guides are saying, but you have to return to source energy, and source energy is neutral about everything. A lot of times, like when we look at a pet, when we look at a dog or a cat, we're like, why are they always so chill? It's because they don't really buy into the physical reality as much as humans do. Like, we're so identified with our identity. I feel like your spirit guides are saying return to source here. This is also the Ace of Wands, though. So your spirit guides want you to get creative here. But it's almost like this feeling of a recalibration, a rebooting, so that you can trust life, okay, for mid-October. So let's go ahead and really get into your reading now and start to clarify some of these cards. First card that I want to clarify for you, Sagittarius, is this exhaustion card. All right, why are you feeling exhausted here for the overall energy mid-October? Let's just see what that's about. Let's do two major shuffles and see why this card is here for you. Why is the exhaustion card here? I feel like you guys are giving something a definition that doesn't need to be there. You have freedom of choice. The exhaustion card is clarified by the Page of Cups here. So I feel like there's someone in your reality you're trying to keep up with where this person is very like innocent and lighthearted, but for some of you, this person is exhausting you, okay? So it is a person here. Others of you, it's just your own energy, I feel, with this Page of Cups, where maybe you actually need to embody this lighthearted energy. I feel like what Spirit is saying to you for the overall energy is like, you're not really taking life lighthearted, right? Remember I mentioned the thing about the cats and the dogs, how they're not really like plugged into physical reality. Right now, you're forgetting your like eternal aspect, and you could be a spiritual person, you meditate every day, but there's something tugging on you, a certain situation that's making you exhausted. I feel like this energy could really help you. For others of you, though, this is the type of energy that's bothering you. So there could be someone in your reality who's just like a little, like they take you for granted. They don't really, I feel like you're sacrificing a lot for someone here that really doesn't see your value, okay, Sagittarius? So maybe you have to reassess that situation and not feel guilty about doing that. For some reason, you view someone who's innocent as like, oh, I don't want to be the person to like mess with their purity, right? But maybe you have to and say, hey, listen, I got to say what I have to say. Let's clarify this abundance card as well for you guys. Why is this abundance card here? This card says that you know, there could be some unexpected abundance coming in. Let's see, why is it here for the Sagittarius people watching this right now? Why is this abundance card here? One more here. Why is this abundance card here for Sagittarius? The abundance card is clarified by the Four of Pentacles here. Okay, so for a lot of you guys, I feel like there's something that you could be doing to expand not only your material abundance, but also your spiritual abundance. Money could be holding you back with this Four of Pentacles. It's all about like a state of maybe playing it a little bit too safe here, restriction. Okay, this feeling of you're not really feeling free as you could be. Okay, so be aware of that for mid-October. And there's something you got to tune in about, okay? And just, let's also clarify that card right there. Why is the tuning in, or the turning in card here? Let's do two major shuffles for that one. Why is the tuning in card here for Sag? One more here. Tuning in card is clarified by the Five of Cups. So I feel like there's there's something that you got to let go of that, once you let go of, it's going to be really scary, okay? For some of you, it's going to be taking life too seriously. For some of you, you think that if you stop taking life so seriously, for some reason you think bad things are going to happen. I would say that's not true at all. The more free and loose you could be, the better things just start to flow easily. You're more intact with your eternal allowing energy, right? Like a cat or a dog that just allows things. For some of you as well, it could have to do with this Page of Cups here. I feel like there's someone that you're kind of wanting to, like, it's like almost you're feeling like maybe this person isn't worth your time or something, Sagittarius. So maybe you're worried because you're almost just not even giving this person any sort of thought, because it's like if you really thought about the situation that you're dealing with this Page of Cups, then you'd realize maybe you have to move on from this person. And the thought of that is just, a lot of times the prison you know is better than the prison that you don't know, even if the prison you know is worse than what would be if you let it go. All right, so there's definitely this feeling of like wanting to let go, move forward, and be free. I feel like the feeling is like you want to be free, but maybe you don't know how. I feel like taking life less seriously is the answer for you here. Okay, take life less seriously is really what I would say. But then also, don't just be a fly in the wind, right? You have to be the King of Swords. It's popping out to remind you. As I'm saying that, it's like, hey, well, you still have to be the commander of your reality. I see you guys wanting to break away from something, okay? Let's clarify this this change card, because this is the centerpiece card of the entire reading. All the cards are surrounding this change card. So I definitely see some sort of like major arcana, major shift here. Why is this here though for you, Sagittarius? Let's see. Why is this change card here? Wow. Okay, so there's going to be some sort of fast change coming in. All right, the change card is clarified by the 8 of Wands here. So there's going to be something coming in quick. Okay, I feel like for some of you dealing with that Page of Cups that was exhausting you, for some of you they're going to do something in mid-October that just makes you snap. And you're just going to be like, I don't even care if I feel guilty about telling this person off or really expressing myself to my full capacity. Something's going to come in so fast that you're just like, I'm going to have to do it. Okay, others of you, though, it's going to be a change into more of your natural state of being. The Page of Cups energy may be something that you need to actually embody yourself. And that's kind of how it goes, right? If you find someone that's, like, irritating you, sometimes it means that the reason they're irritating you is because you're looking at them as if, like, you're looking at a rejected aspect of your own self, and that's why it's irritating you. So sometimes, if you really love someone strongly or you hate them strongly, it's an aspect of you that you've pushed away. So maybe for some of you, you have to be a little bit more like, oh, abundance? Like, let's try that out. Let's try out that new job or that new relationship. Because right now you're spinning your wheels on something that's no longer serving you, okay? Let's clarify this receptivity card. Okay, because with that change, with that 8 of Wands and the change card, it could be an offer coming into you from someone. You did have the Page of Cups, which could represent that offer. But let's see, why is this receptivity card here for Sagittarius watching this reading? Why is this receptivity card here? The receptivity card is clarified by the Temperance card. Temperance. So there's some sort of like balance that wants to come into your life. And for you guys, I really do feel like it's you being able to say no to somebody, or you being able to say like shut up or like get out of here. Because the overall energy is like, for some reason with this abundance card, I'm getting like it's something that you want, but maybe it's not what you don't have it yet. So you're more so like just shelling up. Like for the Sagittarius that are watching this, I get the feeling that like there's something you have to say to someone. There's some situation you have to walk away from that you're just spending time thinking about thinking about it rather than doing it, okay? I feel like what the Temperance card represents is like part of your healing sometimes. It has to do with standing up for yourself. And that's kind of a weird definition for the Temperance card. But to clarify the Receptivity card, I feel like that's just what's coming through, okay? Final card we're going to clarify is this Guilt card here. Why is this Guilt card here for the Sagittarius people watching this? I feel like it has to do with this Page of Cups energy, or there's some situation you're tied to that you're just like, it's making me exhausted, but maybe you have a contract you can't leave. I don't know. Why is this Guilt card here for Sagittarius? The Guilt card here is clarified by the Justice card. Justice here. Okay? So that's kind of an interesting dynamic going on. There could be something to do with a legal situation. Okay, maybe you feel guilty for pressing charges for some of you, a small minority. Okay, maybe you, and you know, justice is like, you know that you have to do something here, really is what it is. Okay, it's like, you know that you have to tell that person off, you know you have to switch it up, and you know it's your time to do it. The Justice card says it's like the turning of a tide, right? It's like justice is karma. Like I said, you've been out of balance here. Remember, the Abundance card is about coming more into balance, integrating all of your whole self. I feel like for a lot of you guys have been in the feminine a little bit too much. So with the Karma card here or the Justice card here to clarify the guilt, it's like this is the universe saying to you, like, it's your time. Like right now, everything is aligning for you for this change, okay? And being receptive to this change, it's like there's no reason to hang on to whatever's making you feel exhausted. So whether it's that Page of Cups or it's the state of being of taking life a little bit too seriously, I feel like I'm talking to different people here, but you guys are getting the message you need to. Let's also move on now to the messages from your spirit guides here. Card I want to clarify is this Morality card, because there's something you have to do. Like I keep saying, there's something you have to do. Really, for a lot of you, it's you have to say something to someone, or maybe remove yourself, but you feel like guilty in morality. It's clear as day that you feel bad for doing this. Maybe you guys are just like me, you're an empath, and you don't like to tell people off, because when you tell people off, you then spark negative emotion in them, and then you feel it, right? It's a double whammy. That's what happens for empaths. Let's clarify this Morality card, though. Why is this Morality card here for Sagittarius right now? This is a message from your spirit guide, remember? So I feel like the guilt is really only going to creep up if you can actually tell the person off. The Morality card here is clarified by the Knight of Wands. Okay, the Knight of Wands. Interesting here, morality. So there's something you guys feel bad about, like traveling, moving away from this exhaustion card. This energy, to me, the Knight of Wands, is you. Like, it's an offshoot of this Abundance card. This is you stepping into your power, realizing what you want. This is you actually doing it. So the big, like, picture of this whole reading is, like, once you take that step where you tell maybe you ask for a raise, or maybe you address a major issue with your partner, something you got to tell to that Page of Cups energy, it's going to bring up all these issues of I'm a bad person, I feel guilty. And maybe a lot of you have a subconscious belief that you deserve to be exhausted, right? Like you don't deserve to be abundant. I feel like that's partially what's going on, okay? But you have to realize change is coming, and the Justice card is here. So although you don't feel you deserve it, a lot of times the universe doesn't care about that. That's why I kind of get pissed off about the Law of Attraction community, because the Law of Attraction is much more complex than some Law of Attraction teachers like to make it out to be. There's a certain wheel, it's almost like it can't be stopped. It's not about being deterministic, but I would say your spirit guides are really saying, go for this change, okay? Whatever this change in the middle of the reading represented to you, this change, you got to go for it and not feel like you're a bad person, okay? Because like I said, source energy, everything is neutral. That's your natural self, right? A cat or a dog, if we look at their primal instincts, in the wild, some people look at that as a low state of consciousness, where in truth it's actually very high. It's only these humans that are like so concerned about, oh, these it's like social conditioning, you know? So sometimes you have to be a little bit of a savage. I'm getting like, it's not that you have to hurt someone intentionally, but if someone's hurting you and you don't do anything about it, that's a problem, Okay, so that's why this is morality card's coming up. So I would be like, just overall energy, don't be afraid to say this or make this change. You're not a bad person, you know? Let's also clarify this source card, okay? Because this could be a new spark of creativity that comes into you. I feel like your spirit guides are also saying you have to be creative and tap into the neutrality of life. For some of you, you're restricted by your human experience right now. The human experience is a great one, but it can entangle you in all of these things. You know, like, it's interesting. If you look at people who adopt children, the children that they adopt, although they're not genetically related to them, they'll literally develop the same diseases because it happens from thought patterns. So there's a certain, like, thought pattern you're having that's exhausting you and telling you, no, I can't escape, I can't. You can, but you have to tap into your higher self. 99% of people don't do that, though. So let's clarify this source card here. Why is this source card here for Sagittarius? It's almost like you have to burn off any impurity. You also had the Temperance card, which would make sense. But why is this source card here? Let's see. The source card is clarified by the Three of Wands. Okay, the Three of Wands. So Spirit wants you to know that you're in a better position than you think. And you really, this goes in hand with this tuning in card, okay? So, like, this is you standing strong, like, realizing you have a foundation to stand on. You see how this figure is leaning on this card. I feel like you have source energy to lean on. And a lot of you guys, the message is, like, you've been taking physical reality too seriously. Realize, this is a video game. This is a simulation, man. This is a simulation. It's like if you were player one in a video game. Imagine, you know, Pokemon. Imagine the main character never left his parents' house because he felt guilty for it. Or he never changed partners and he just stayed with the same partner. His first partner he ever had, he stayed forever because he felt guilty or he felt morality is bad. I can't do this thing. That's a crappy video game. If you're player one in the video game, you can't buy into all these definitions of what your auntie will tell you you're a bad person. All this shit is designed to control you. You're player one in a video game. This is a simulation you're living in. So don't let anyone tell you shit, pretty much. Right? It's like, you have source energy to lean on. The question is, will you lean on that source energy? Or will you lean on the humanness, right? Okay, so I feel like a lot of you guys need to read Osho. This is the Osho Zen Tarot deck, and I feel like the teachings of Osho would really help you with your situation, because he is just like, it will help you get out of that human stuckness, okay? So I hope you guys appreciated this reading. Drop a like if you did, comment below, subscribe to the channel. With that being said, Sagittarius, I will talk to you next time, and hopefully you can tell that person off or embody that new energy, all right? Peace.